Hey guys, welcome back to HGTV Handmade. We're the Crafty Lumberjacks.
We live in a beautiful pre-war building here in Astoria, Queens.
And the walls are beautiful, they're so textured, but the problem is all of the walls are made of plaster.
And that makes it really hard to hang anything heavy on them.
Because the walls just crumble.
Oh, we learned that the hard way.
We've been seeing these shelves everywhere and we thought, what better way to hang something?
But they're kind of expensive, so
we're gonna make our own.
That's right. Let's get started.
So first, we wanted to decide where we were gonna put our swinging shelves. So we measured the space there and we decided we want a 2-foot long shelf.
That's right, so we went to the hardware store and we found a piece of wood that we absolutely loved. This is American Cherry. We picked it because it doesn't need to be painted, it doesn't need any finish. Look at that gorgeous wood.
This piece is about 2 feet long by 5.5 inches.
So hardware stores are happy to cut it for you, but sometimes the edges are a little rough, so we just went over it with a little sandpaper. Done.
So now it's time to drill your holes into your shelf. We needed a piece of sacrificial wood here just so that we're not damaging any of our furniture or our table.
Great, we just got that at the hardware store. It's just a scrap piece of wood they didn't want. We're putting it under, so if the drill goes through, it doesn't hit the table. So we're gonna put 1 hole on each corner, 1 inch from the edge. So 1 inch and 1 inch.
Now it's time for the fun part. We're gonna drill.
That's right, we use a 1/4 inch drill bit to fit our rope. That's great.
Now it doesn't hurt to grab your sandpaper and clean up these holes a little bit.
There we go.
Now that we have our shelf ready, you can paint it, you can add an accent color, you can stain it if you like, but we're gonna do something a little funky with our rope.
That's right, we're gonna leave this shelf as is and we're gonna dye our rope a nice bright color. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna follow the package instructions on the dye that you use.
We're using macrame cotton rope because it's really sturdy and it's gonna take the dye really well.
That's right, and before we start dyeing, we just want to measure out how long you want the rope. And a good tip is just give yourself a little extra slack because it's better to have more that you cut off than to have too little.
Right.
So we're adding about a tablespoon, a heaping tablespoon of dye into some warm water. This is teal. And we'll just stir it up. We're just gonna dunk it in. So we're gonna leave it in here for about 10 to 15 minutes. If you wanted a deeper color, leave it in there for longer. If you wanted a lighter color, run it under the sink and you're good to go.
Now that we dyed our rope, we're gonna take it to the bathtub, rinse it out, and let it dry.
So we washed out a lot of our dye just to make sure that it fit our aesthetic and that nothing got on the walls. And now that it's nice and dry, we're gonna cut the rope in half.
Because you're gonna need 2 separate pieces of rope to hang your shelf.
That's right. And now we're just gonna start threading it through. It's literally a swing. So now we're just gonna tie a knot at the top. You wanna make sure that you measure it on your wall first, make sure it's the right height.
Then you wanna use your level, just make sure that your shelf is gonna be straight.
And this is something you would do on the wall, but we're just showing you now. Wow, that's actually pretty level. We're good. Now that our shelf is done, we can't wait to fill it with our tchotchkes, maybe a little house plant. One tip is you do want to keep the weight evenly distributed on the shelf.
That's right. Well, there's really nothing to it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.